We will call the meeting to order at 2 o'clock. All 5 members of the Rules Committee are present. We will start with review of the agenda for March 21st. Meeting to start at 9:30, closed session, 1:30 open session. Consent starts on page 6, or actually, yeah, page 6. There's 2 pages, 6 and 7. Section 3, we have study session, we heard immediately after consent, followed by a recess of the meeting in order to convene the joint City of San Jose City Council and Financing Authority hearing, which is at the end of the agenda. And then back to the agenda, section 3.4, 5, and 6. Nothing in 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then for community and economic development, we have a lease agreement with Pacific Motor Inn and an update on the housing element. And no land use. So we'll go to public comment.
I have no hands.
Move approval.
Right. Seeing no other comments, we'll vote. And the agenda passes 5-0. So now Tuesday, March 28th. We do have an evening of 9:30 a.m. closed session, 1:30 regular session, and 6 p.m. evening session, or we'll look at that when we get there. Consent starts on page 5. We have just 2 pages, 5 and 6 for consent. Okay, section 3, strategic support, open audit update, FPPC interview, or FC, Fair Campaign Political Practices Board interview. Statement of the questions for the Public Works Director recruitment, and then wage theft policy revisions. Section 6, environmental, electric vehicle infrastructure, reach code update. In section 8, various flea market advisory group status report. The amendment to our ARP allocation, emergency housing system site, housing system expansion, site identification, grant for operation of Sure Stay Hotel, and then on to land use. We have the land use consent with 2 items, and we have 3 items on land use regular agenda. We do have it noticed to recess and come back for 6 p.m. for land use. I guess we can discuss if we'd like to make a change to that, but we'll go to public comment first.
I have no hands up.
I'd like to move approval of the agenda for March 28th, but I'd like a time certain for item 10.4 for the request of the applicant.
And you want a specific time? Which time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay.
This is 10.4.
Yep. All right. Is there a second?
Second.
Any other comments? So we will keep the 6 o'clock land use and hear 10.4 first, and then the rest of the land use agenda after that. All right, we'll move to a vote. I asked for public comment. There wasn't any, right?
Yeah, he said no.
All right, that motion carries 5-0. So now we're on to consent calendar. 2 items on consent. Any public comment?
Claire?
Hi, Blair Beekman here. I think I had a letter in public record today, or this week, that I don't know, maybe of interest to yourselves. It shows what I do or how I work, basically. I wrote to BayUASI, the federal agency that kind of does the management of tech and natural disaster preparedness or emergency preparedness for local communities. We're trying to make it a point that they emphasize the work of community preparedness before, law enforcement tech and it used to be called terrorism training. Now it's more like violence prevention training. And it's learning to use that language and understand that we really got to leave the era of 9/11. And we got to really learn to be honest about what exactly the era of 9/11 was about and how that started in the first place. When we hold ourselves accountable to what 9/11 actually was and what the day actually happened on that day, that's when we can start discussing the concepts of world peace better and have a more healing discussion of accountability with China about what are exactly the practices of state violence and extremism, and what exactly is their role in COVID-19 versus our role in the actual day of 9/11. So thanks for your time.
Back to the committee.
All right, thank you. We have a motion for consent.
So moved. Second.
All right, it's moved and seconded. We'll vote. Okay, consent calendar is adopted 5-0. So we're on to open forum.
I have no hands.
All right, meeting is adjourned at 2:07 p.m. Thank you.